And welcome, everyone, to Sports on Tap, part of the NEO Sports Insiders Network. We are live from the Barron Cup Hockey Tournament in Brooklyn, Ohio. It's the 45th Barron Cup Hockey Tournament. It's high school hockey here on Sports on Tap, and I'm Rob Trott. We have Ed, Dick, Sean Duffy, Josh, Jeffy, and guys, we're on location. We're in a pretty cool view right now.
We are.
The hockey rink. It's Rocky River and Menor ice hockey going at it. Boys ice hockey. It's 3-0 Rocky River right now. And, guys, a cool view. We're going to talk a little bit of high school hockey here, talk tournament time. And, guys, welcome back.
Yeah, this is pretty sweet. I mean, I've always read about this tournament in the newspapers, and, there's a lot of history to the tournament. This is the last really regular season thing that goes on before the state tournaments kick on, and it's a very prestigious tournament for the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. For those of you and the executive director, Joe Simon, of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. We're hoping to get him on a little bit later, and he'll really talk about the history of the tournament and what all goes into it. But I'll briefly explain that there are 3 color divisions in the GCHSHL. There's the red, the white, and the blue, and they all correspond to these tournaments. For example, Barron Cup 1 is the red division. Barron Cup 2 is the white, and Barron Cup 3 is the blue. Now, each of these divisions, each of the colors have other divisions in them, and you have to qualify. The top 8 teams for each color division does qualify for this tournament. And, we're seeing here, Rocky River and Menor qualified as the 7th seed. They were the 7th best team in the red division between the divisions and qualified as such. So, lots of good stuff going on here today. We'll talk a little bit about the tournament, what's going on so far, where we're at, and where we are going.
Yeah, Ed, I think you did a great job describing a little bit how the tournament's run, because it is, if you aren't used to high school hockey, it could maybe be a little bit confusing. A lot of teams, a lot of different divisions, and we talked to some of them. We talked to St. Ignatius earlier this year. We talked to North Royalton, just to name a few. And now we're going to get, some different teams that aren't from necessarily the Medina County, Lorain County, Cuyahoga area. Some are and some aren't. But right now, like we said, we have Rocky River and Menor. There's 4 minutes left in the second period here. Earlier it was CVCA against Bay, and I believe Bay won that game earlier. So there were 3 games here today, one at 4:30. There's 2 others. Right now this game started at 6:30 and another one at 8:30 before it rounds out. But this the Barron Cup goes pretty much all weekend.
Absolutely. Tonight we will have another Barron 1 Cup quarterfinal. Number 3 Hudson will take on number 6 Solon. The winner of that game will take on the winner of this game, number 2 Rocky River and number 7 Mentor.
And we'll try to talk to some players and coaches maybe after the games and some maybe before. We're also going to try to get the president of the Barron Cup, Ryan Kelber, to come and talk to us and maybe tell us a little bit about the tournament. And like you said, Ed, get a little bit of the history of how everything happened, how it's happening, what the future is. And, hockey might not be well known in the Cleveland area. We don't have a professional hockey team. We do have the Lake Erie Monsters that are a minor league team. But, high school hockey is very popular, even though it's not broadcasted like maybe football and basketball is. It's very popular, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I've noticed just in the short time we've been at this tournament, not knowing very, very little about hockey, it's definitely it keeps your attention, as much as any sport would, football, basketball, wrestling, or anything like that. So it's definitely fun to come out here and, watch these young athletes really kind of step it out and give it their all here. And, you learn something new every day. Like I figured out today, Josh explained to me what icing was. For the longest time, I thought it was just what's on cake. And apparently, while it is that, it has something to do with hockey and the puck going past 2 lines. I don't know what that means because it's on ice.
Isn't that crazy?
For the longest time, it was just me thinking icing was cake.
As you said, this does have a very, and I hope that they take this as a compliment because this is a very popular cult movie from when we were younger. This does have a very Mighty Ducks type of feel to it.
Absolutely.
Just the venue that we're at, it's quite intimate. You have multiple teams use this as their home ice, and this is we see the Solon team down here kind of scouting out their what they hope to be their opponents coming up here in a little bit. I'm sure Hudson's around here as well, and you have fans of all sorts of fans of different teams are here as well. It's just a great atmosphere to come out and watch a little bit of hockey. It's pretty centrally located for a lot of these schools as well.
And you guys mentioned this area. This rink is a home to a lot of local teams, and Rob and I had some experience with Brooklyn High School actually in college. Some of our college roommates actually played hockey at this hockey rink. In fact, we actually went to college with the president, Ryan Kelber of the Barron Cup. So hockey's very big in this area, and to be honest, where we came from, more so the southern suburbs of Cleveland, hockey is just getting into its own. We last month we interviewed North Royalton hockey coach. Of course, you do have the big boys, St. Ed's and St. Ignatius, but, Medina has a hockey team. Brunswick does have a club team, I believe, or they once did. So areas down in Medina County, Summit County are starting to get into it. But, yeah, up here in the closer suburbs to Cleveland, hockey is still really huge, and it's definitely got a solid base of young players, good youth programs, and you see it now on display here with this 45th annual Barron Cup.
Yeah, and when you look at the Barron Cup 2, the hockey tournament going on right now, Cleveland Heights won 10-0 over Benedictine, and that was round 1. They'll play the games tomorrow night. And Orange defeated Olmsted Falls. There's another. Olmsted Falls is close to us. They lost 5-3. So it'll be Cleveland Heights against Orange. And in the other, on the other side, it was North Olmsted 4, Chagrin Falls 0, and then Midview 4-1 over Avon. So there's, Midview and Avon, we covered them a lot in football. They also have hockey programs, which it seems like a lot of high schools now are starting to get hockey programs. Maybe they're just starting, or maybe they've had them for a little while, but a little bit they take a little bit to develop, and that's in the Barron Cup 2 hockey tournament.
I'll go over a little bit more about that. We are, as Rob so mentioned, we are part of the NEO Sports Insiders Network. Our own Matt Lodi was out here covering some of the games.
Did a great job covering those games.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk a little bit about what he wrote. The Cleveland Heights Benedictine game, 10-0. They were all over this game. Senior forward Connor Lewis for the Tigers scores 4 goals. Jackson Johnson hits a hat trick, 3 goals for himself. This ended up being a mercy roll game. Cleveland Heights had led 10-0 after 2 periods, which in hockey, high school hockey, is a mercy roll. So they were able to put this game away pretty quickly. Trent Swain, for the goalie for Cleveland Heights, pulls off a shutout. Cleveland Heights advances to the semifinals to be played tomorrow, Friday, 5:30 p.m. against, as Rob mentioned, the Orange defeated Olmsted Falls 5-3. In that game, the Orange Lions jumped on the board pretty quickly. They were up 2-0. Goals from Zach Cohen and Brandon Gottlieb. The guy actually scored another goal. Cohen scored to put them up 3-0. Olmsted Falls fights back in the second period, cuts the lead to 3-1. Orange goes on the power play, scores quickly. Justin Beechler gets the goal. Scott Mosher, Jake Sonklin with the assists. The Bulldogs were able to bring it to 4-2 as Zach Sadowski scores that goal. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, Orange Lions scored an empty netter from Gottlieb, making it 5-2. Olmsted Falls got a garbage time goal, making the final score 5-3. As a result, the semifinals tomorrow at 5:30, the Cleveland Heights Tigers will take on the Orange Lions.
So, great job with that.
Well, make sure we give Lodi some credit here.
You
did a hell of a job there.
Great job.
And he's been up here quite a bit covering the Barron Cup all week long. I know they're going to actually have some live broadcasts if you want to go back and listen to some of these games. They're covering Rocky River and Menor right now, doing play-by-play. So that will be over on the NEO Sports Insiders network as well. But Ed just covered the Barron Cup 2 hockey tournament. Now the Barron Cup 3 at Notre Dame Cathedral Latin beating Elyria Catholic 8-1, and Parma with a 5-3 win over Twinsburg, and they will play on Saturday. And then on the other side, I didn't have finals from Canfield or Aurora, but I know Ed does, and Bay a winner over CVCA. We don't know. That happened today.
Yeah, that was the fourth.
That was earlier today. In fact, in the first game, Aurora, the number 7 seed, gets a 2-0 upset over number 2 Canfield. And with that victory, Aurora will advance to take on the Bay Rockets. Joe Capretta scored for Aurora in the first period. And then on an empty net, Jack McCormick was able to put in an insurance goal to give Aurora the 2-0 victory there. So the Final Four for the Barron Cup Hockey Tournament, as Rob alluded to, NDCL versus Parma, 1 o'clock on Saturday. Aurora versus Bay, 3 o'clock on Saturday for Barron Cup 3.
And, there'll be some great matchups. If you want to watch some good high school hockey, get up here. And, all weekend long they'll have some great matchups, great games, and especially in the championship game. So come on up and see some young kids that, are hoping to probably play in college, or, there's a lot of junior leagues out there that they can play in too. A lot are probably playing other than just high school hockey. I mean, it plays out most of the year.
And I think one of the other things you can really pull from a tournament like this is you get to see all these teams come and play, and especially for like the youth hockey and things like that, to really build the sport. As we mentioned, a lot of these high school teams are starting to really, or a lot of these high schools are starting to adopt a hockey program, and it's really important that in order to feed that high school hockey program, that they have a strong youth program. And just like in football, just like in basketball, the AAUs for basketball, but you want to see, that you want to keep the talent in your hometown, and the way you do that is building through the youth program. So if you have someone who may be interested in playing hockey, a young kid that may not, may just have a passing interest in it, bring them on out for a day. It's supposed to be really bad this weekend and cold, so why not come out and watch some hockey? It's a very, very, very low price ticket to come out and see some really good high school action. And you know what? You can also maybe spark the interest of someone who may not know anything about hockey. I barely know anything, and I'm interested just watching the game. So something to do.
Well, and we're all going to be learning something, that's for sure, here at the Barron Cup.
Barron,
I was just going to say, while we're at it, if you guys are listening live, we do have some added things. We're on Periscope. We were Periscoping a lot already. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at SOT Podcast. And we had mentioned earlier we are going to up our Instagram game. So you can also follow us on Instagram. We're posting pictures. Obviously, you want to check out neosportsinsiders.com.
Yes.
We are part of that sports network. Great website covering all kinds of professional, college, and high school athletics. They are the one and only true source to be covering the Barron Cup, and we are proud to be a part of that. So good stuff happening all around when it comes to social media.
You hit that one out of the park, Josh. Nice
Thanks.
job.
I've been working on it.
Ding.
So
Ding, ding.
we're right now it's 3-0 Rocky River over Mentor in the Barron Cup 1 quarterfinal. We'll quickly go over the previous quarterfinal matchups in Barron Cup 1. Shaker Heights, the number 1 seed, holds off number 8 Kent Roosevelt 3-1. Shaker Heights gets goals from Jason LaMonica, Peter Schick, and Jeff Grossman-McKee, whereas Kent Roosevelt was able to avoid the shutout with a goal from Phil Cadort that was assisted by Lyndon Rainey. With the win, Shaker Heights advances to take on Western Reserve Academy, a 5-1 winner over Kenston. Western Reserve out of Hudson is the number 5 seed. Kenston was the number 4 seed. Western Reserve had goals from Sam LaFontaine, Brett Erskine, Jacob DeChill, Jonathan Wiegand as well. Nate Hopkins with 25 saves for Western Reserve. Props to Peyton Vince from Northeast Ohio, NEO Sports Insiders, and also Danny Simpson for the previous stories that I read as well. So we'll have Saturday at 5:30, Shaker versus Western Reserve, and as we talked about earlier, the winner of Rocky River and Mentor will take on the winner of Hudson and Solon. That game will take place Saturday at 7:30 p.m. here at the Brooklyn Athletic Complex. So, just
Be a busy weekend for hockey, man.
very busy weekend. And our guys did some work here.
Yeah, they did.
Definitely,
They did.
Did a real good job of getting good coverage on that and helping us out a little bit there. It's it's always good. It's good to see stories like these. Sometimes in some of the more prevalent media around here, as Rob said, we don't get to see a whole lot of the hockey coverage. So we're very fortunate to be here at the Brooklyn Athletic Complex.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a cool view. We're on the second story overlooking the rink here. I don't know what side is the corner, the north or the south side, but
I think we're on
north.
I think we're on the west side, actually.
I think we're on the southwest side of the rink. Pretty cool area.
Look for a giant man in a black and white shirt, and that you'll find us.
Yeah, we're pretty easy to spot, but right now, Hudson stretching, getting ready for their game against.
It's actually Solon, Rob.
That's Solon stretching, Rob.
No, I don't think so.
That is.
Yeah, it
is. It is. I can see Solon comments right on the guy's hat.
I can see. They're neighbors pretty much anyway, so maybe I can see how that would happen.
Hudson's
They're
green.
both here. I can tell you that.
Are you
And
sure
they're
about?
getting
Are
ready.
you sure?
There's 4 minutes before this third period starts at the Rocky River Mentor. So right now we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to try and see if we can find Ryan Kelber, the president of the Barron Cup, to come talk to us and educate us a little bit here on Sports on Tap, part of the NEO Sports Insiders Network. I want to thank you for listening. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Live from Brooklyn, Ohio, it's Barron Cup Ice Hockey, high school hockey here. We're Sports on Tap.
For the best coverage of Cavs, Indians, and Browns, check out NEOSportsInsiders.com. NEOSportsInsiders.com brings you breaking news, opinions, and video from all things related to your favorite Cleveland sports teams. Like us on Facebook and follow at NEO Sports Insiders on Twitter for live updates from all the games. NEOSportsInsiders.com, bringing you the best in Northeast Ohio sports coverage.
Join Sports on Tap the first Thursday of every month at Z's Cream and Bean, 2706 Boston Road in Hinckley, Ohio, as Sports on Tap talks local Ohio high school sports, Cleveland sports, and national sports topics. It's all happening at Z's Cream and Bean the first Thursday of every month starting at 7:30 p.m. Join us.